Today I'm going to be reacting to Clouds by Joni Mitchell. I've heard a couple Joni Mitchell albums at this point. I've heard Blue and I've heard Court and Spark. Court and Spark is one of my favorite albums of all time. So I'm very excited to get into this. This is her second album. So yeah, make sure to go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut. There's a link in the description down below. Yes, I know I'm wearing a hat. I usually don't wear a hat, but the hair is kind of out of control right now. I gotta hide it from you guys.
Varnished weeds in window jars, reflections of love's memories across the sea.
Oh, I like that dissonance there. It's a lot more gentle and not as like busy as a lot of the stuff on Court and Spark.
Dark with darker moods is he. Still I'll take a chance and see.
Oh, didn't expect to go to that note. That's good. I just love her vocals so much. Oh, picking up the intensity here. That's good. In terms of the mix, it honestly kind of reminded me of some Nick Drake stuff. I feel like I should have Pink Moon up in the background because I don't know, stylistically it feels similar. Not the vocals. The vocals on here are a bit more like, I guess, reverbed. Nick Drake's vocals are a bit more, you know, closely mic'd and intimate. But this was great. Seems like it's a song about wanting to almost like force your love on this person that is not like fully accepting of it. What will happen if I try to place another heart in him? Maybe that's a line like talking about wanting to see aspects of like a past lover in a future lover. Yeah, really, really complicated track here to start things off emotionally. So that was great. Like I said, vocally it feels a little bit less busy than Court and Spark on that album. She's really just having a lot of fun and just like doing crazy vocal riffs and stuff, and it's definitely a lot more like lush instrumentally too. Blue, from what I remember, is more like this, where it's just like more acoustic and like stripped back. Let's keep going. Next track is Chelsea Morning.
Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window. Won't you stay? We'll put on the day, and we'll wear it till the night comes. The red, green, and gold to welcome you, crimson crystal beads.
I just love her vibrato, man.
Won't you stay? We'll
it's so wide. Oh.
And the sun poured in like butterscotch.
I love the imagery in these lyrics. So vivid. Oh, I love that walk down there in the guitar.
I will bring you incense owls by night.
Those background vocals?
It's a Chelsea morning.
That was a banger. That's a Joni Mitchell banger right there. Fun, quick. That felt like stylistically something more similar to Court and Spark, but still pretty stripped back instrumentally. And I keep bringing up Court and Spark because that's like, I mean, I guess this is only the third Joni Mitchell album I've heard, but that's like easily my favorite. So I might just keep, you know, comparing to that. But yeah, that was great. I don't know what this mention of a Chelsea morning is. Is that maybe like a place where she grew up or something? Oh, the neighborhood of Chelsea in New York. I thought, is Joni Mitchell Canadian? I gotta check that. Yeah, Canadian. Okay. So she moved to New York, it looks like. Maybe right at the start of her career here. Yeah, I just love the imagery and the lyrics here. Very vivid, almost painting these memories of waking up in Chelsea in New York as like maybe it lives in her mind as like kind of like a painting in her mind, because she looks back on it maybe with not rose tinted glasses, but just looks back on it fondly, I guess. So yeah, it just feels like a track about memories, I guess. Let's keep going. Next track is I Don't Know Where I Stand. That's an interesting chord progression. Oh, wow.
Sunny day, fragrant wildflowers and leaves in my hair.
Dude, the higher register of her voice, her head voice is so clear and airy. It's so nice.
And feeling too foolish and strange to say the words that I had planned.
The doo-doos.
Like a dream,
Whoa.
all muted and misty, so drowsy now.
So dreamy, man. I love how she's not afraid to just do like little weird vocal things every once in a while. That was easily my favorite so far. I feel like musically it was one that just pulled me in the most. It felt very dreamy. It felt like we were inside Joni Mitchell's mind here. And that's something to note too, is that this is 1969. So at this time, like very personal music like this written from like a first person perspective wasn't really common at all. Like I guess Bob Dylan at this time, the Beatles were starting to do that at this time. But yeah, it's still like a very rare thing that we take for granted now, but at this time it was just not the norm at all. Yeah, very dreamy. Loved floating along to that one. Beautiful vocal performance. Love the higher register of her voice. And like I said, I love when she's just like not afraid to do some weird vocal things. Sometimes her vibrato is very wide. Sometimes she lets her voice crack. She puts accents on weird notes that you wouldn't expect. In general, lyrics just feels like being, conflicted with where she stands in this relationship, which maybe is like an obvious thing to say, but let's keep going. Next track is that song about the Midway.
I met you on a midway at a fair last year, like a ruby in a black man's ear.
That's one way to put it, I guess.
Playing on the guitar strings, you were playing like a devil. Keep them to your shoulders, just to sing.
That's interesting. This feels like she's almost like questioning the integrity of this guy, this singer. Do you put on like a fake version of yourself just to sing? That's really interesting. Maybe this is like a meta commentary on herself too. I don't know.
I followed with the sideshows to another town.
Love the patience to this vocal phrasing.
So lately you've been hiding my blue.
Ooh, I love the vocal slide there. I feel like that's the most well-written song so far. Love the lyrics here. Love this like use of like gambling language to, paint this picture of distrust with this person. Initially I thought maybe this is like some sort of meta commentary on her own artistry. Putting on like a fake persona when singing or when writing. But more so it feels like another track just speaking to, I guess, distrust with another person. I love that gambling language. I love just always playing one more hand for one more dime. That feels like kind of like the thesis statement of the track, like is it worth it? It's fantastic. I love the way the guitar sounded on there too. More and more it's just feeling like Pink Moon, man. Just feeling like Pink Moon by Nick Drake, which makes sense. What year was Pink Moon? It was the 70s, I know that. Yeah, 72, so this came out 3 years before. Yeah, just like similar chord progressions too. All right, next track is Roses Blue. Yes, give me something dark, man. Oh, maybe not. Maybe. We're going back and forth.
I think of tears, I think of rain on shingles.
Oh, I mean, harmonically, this is very interesting right now.
See the place she's lately gotten into tarot cards and potions. Friends who come to ask her for their future. Won't Say when do
Man, there's so much happening with this track. What? Dude, that was crazy, man. Just playing with like the dark and the light, with the guitar, constantly switching between major and minor. That like, I don't even know what it was, but that metallic kind of texture that just added some grit and dirt to the entire track. What a crazy vocal performance. What is happening lyrically here? I don't even know. Another track kind of just full of distrust in a way. Talking about this like mysterious evil person, man. In sorrow she can lure you where she wants you. Inside your own self-pity there you swim. I'm sinking down to drown. Her voice still haunts you. Oh, maybe this is like an internal battle here. Maybe she's not, talking about an actual person here. She's personifying it, personifying maybe depression or something. But yeah, that was great. Let's keep going. Next track is The Gallery. Wait, she was in a relationship with Leonard Cohen? What? It says this song is about her relationship with him. Dude, the guitars just feel like they're almost like sprawled out like a flower right now. That sounds so corny, but they're just so like, it's just this beautiful bed of guitars.
Then you got into funny scenes. Turned on your bed. I have no heart. That's what you said. The writing looks like ladies.
Love the vocal layering here. Those harmonies. Beautiful. Interesting track here. It says this is maybe about her relationship with Leonard Cohen. It talks about, kind of fully realizing that this artist that she's talking about, maybe he's a painter that has a gallery full of, ladies that he's painted. But then she slowly starts to see it for what it really is. That could be like a metaphor for someone that's too committed to their art to pay attention to someone else that is needing that attention, is deserving of that attention. So it could be, talking about that. I don't know was Leonard Cohen actually like a painter? Because maybe this is just straight up just about Leonard Cohen. It's really good. Musically, maybe not one of my favorites. Got a little bit tedious at times. But lyrically, just a very interesting perspective here. So let's keep going. Next track is I Think I Understand. So much color to these guitars.
Falls upon the path. Today I am not brave. The shadow trembles in its wrath. I think I understand.
Oh, love that little turnaround on the guitar. The dynamics are so good. I love how gentle it gets with that chorus, man. Vibrato's really going off on this one. I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest. It feels like, I guess the thing that she understands is fear. Let's keep going. Next track is Songs to Aging Children Come. Whoa. Okay, this is actually perfect. I was just thinking we might need like a little bit of a switch up here. And we're getting that. This is different.
People hurry by so quickly.
I love these unconventional vocal harmonies too. So interesting.
Songs to aging children come.
I feel like this track is really capturing, I guess, the confusion that she's talking about in the lyrics here. The passing of time, how it just feels like it goes by so fast, and that how quick that goes by is confusing. And I feel like how strange the harmonic content of this track is really, strengthening that feeling. It also has a little bit of that dreaminess too. That comes with like reflecting on the past, you know? That's great. Love how unconventional and off-kilter that track was. Really feels like it fits the lyrics. Let's keep going. The fiddle and the drum.
My dear Johnny, my dear friend.
Just fully a cappella here.
You are fighting us all.
It'd be really interesting to hear just like the stems of a Joni Mitchell song, just the vocals, especially on like Chord and Spark, because some of those vocals are crazy, man. If you didn't hear it with the context of the instrumental, it would sound so unhinged.
You say I have turned.
Okay, still just vocals.
Like the enemies you've earned.
That was surprising. This is really
So
immersive.
I ask you, please, can I help you find the peace? And so once again, oh, America, my friend.
Is this gonna be all just vocals? That's so
And
sick.
so you are fighting us all. You raise your sticks and cry, and we follow, my friend. You say we have turned like the enemy.
Wow, that was powerful. Fully just a cappella. Seems like it's an anti-war song, specifically directed at America, which is funny as a Canadian, as a fellow Canadian. Once again, America, you are fighting us all. When we ask you why, you raise your sticks and cry, and we fall. I don't. What is this in like? What was happening around this time? What was happening in 1969? Guys, I suck at history, man. I don't know anything. So I don't know what the context is behind this track. But just a beautifully powerful anti-war song where you could really hear just how talented of a vocalist she is, man. I mean, it makes sense why it's the least streamed on this album. Probably not one I'm going to return to as much as some of the other ones, but it does feel like a very unique, singular track on this album, purely because it's, because it's vocals only, but also because of the context or the content of it. So yeah, that was good. Let's keep going. Next track, last track, is Both Sides Now. And this is easily the most streamed on here. 54 million streams. Let's go.
Rows and flows of angel hair. I've looked at clouds that weave. But block the sun.
This is gonna make me cry. I can tell.
On everyone. I've looked at clouds from both sides now. From up and down. I really don't know clouds.
So here's the title of the album coming in. I love how this track is slowly revealing itself as to like what it's about.
I've looked at love that we.
What a beautiful track about just perspective, looking at things in different ways.
I've looked at life from both
so good.
sides now. From win and lose, I really don't know life.
That was great. I mean, easily my favorite track. Maybe that's a normie pick because it's the most streamed on this album. But I just love when tracks or when songwriters like have, a structure. They have like a way to speak about something and they just repeat that over the track with like different topics. You know what I mean? Like looking at different ideas here from two different perspectives, but then coming to the realization that really you don't know anything about it at all. The idea of like the more you know, the more you think you understand about the universe, the less you really do understand. Same thing here. I mean, we start with talking about the clouds, looking at love two different ways, looking at life two different ways. Just a beautiful structure for a track that like makes it easy to follow, makes it easy to relate to, but makes it really satisfying to slowly uncover and slowly realize what she's doing in the writing. That was great. That was so good. What a way to end this album. Overall, an album that feels not as like mind-blowing as something like Court and Spark, to me at least, I think that's still probably my favorite album from Joni Mitchell. I just love how lush that album is and how like adventurous it is vocally and instrumentally. I feel like Blue is probably like her best songwriting or lyricism, I guess. This feels like a good starting point where you really see the talent coming through in terms of the songwriting. It's a little bit more stripped back, more acoustic, more focused on trying to describe and understand specific like emotions, I guess. Very much like looking in, you know, like a diary or like a journal entry, which, like I said, for 1969 is pretty new. Not very common, so you have to give it that for sure. Beautiful vocally. Like I said, it gets a little bit samey at times, which maybe you could argue that's a strength in that it's cohesive, but I do think I appreciate like the versatility of something like Court and Spark. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on Clouds by Joni Mitchell. Obviously, there's more stuff that I'm going to pick up on future listens in the lyrics. Overall, really enjoyed it. This is crazy that it's her second album. That's just absolutely insane. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. Make sure to go join the Patreon. Link in the description down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.